yourself for the next little while. Relax. Take a deep breath. A lot of you just let it out. You didn't actually take one in. You already had something in there. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. And I'll tell you, if you're here, obviously you know a little bit about me. I'll tell you, for those of you here for the first time don't know about me, people who do know about me, know that I love two things, and that is the pan flute and buying houses. I like real estate a lot. I like to buy houses, I like to sell houses, I like to look at houses. Every weekend I like to go to open houses. Even if a house isn't open, I'll check to see if it is. It's not open. The real estate market is very shaky. I don't know if anybody's trying to sell or buy a house right now, but every day it's changing, so I like to stay on top of it. And every day I go through the newspaper and look at new listings, and I'm fascinated by this new thing that's going on with realtors. And they're putting pictures of themselves in their ads of the house. Have you noticed that? That's a new thing. I mean, you have the description of the house, you have a beautiful picture of a gorgeous house, and it's like it's a 10,000 square foot mansion with a chef's kitchen and sub-zero appliances. And you're like, that sounds good, but what does the agent look like? Who will show me that perfect house? How did they become the star? I don't understand. Probably one of them was trying to sell like a really rundown, disgusting shack and decided to offset it with a low-cut blouse or something like that. I have a house that I'm selling right now in Santa Barbara. It's actually Montecito, right down the street from Oprah, and it's a beautiful house, and for some reason, my agent is not putting her picture next to my house, which I think is the problem, because the house is beautiful. Suzanne Perkins at Sotheby's, a real estate company, I don't know why Suzanne is not doing that. She's a very pretty lady. She should not be ashamed of herself. There's so many pictures of all these realtors, and they choose something that shows their personality. And here's some, these are real pictures. I found some pictures of real estate agents. This is Bonnie Foster in the San Francisco Bay Area. And what she does, I think, is she keeps her head tilted so you won't be able to tell that the foundation is not level. This seems weird, Bonnie. No? Let's go to the next room, then. Here's another guy that I found, and his name is Gaynor. That's all he has. He goes by Gaynor from Henderson, North Carolina. And what Gaynor will do, he'll find you your property, and his dog will mark it. It's yours. If there's someone that should have one name, it's this lady right here, Cher Machulka in San Antonio, Texas. And here's what she's doing. She's showing us that she's earned a diploma, and she loves America. It's easy to spot her open houses because there are sparklers in the front and a keynote speaker on the lawn. That's her real estate picture. That's what she chose. Linda Griffith from St. Pete Beach, Georgia. Now, this is the most beautiful photo ever, and who wouldn't want to buy a house from Linda Evans? The problem is every time she thinks she has sold a house, Joan Collins comes in and takes it away from her. There are realtors' pictures everywhere. There's flyers, there's billboards. Have you noticed there's bus stops with the picture, and you're sitting there waiting for a light to change, and you go, oh, there's Biff, or whatever the guy's name is. And it gave me an idea, and here's a new way for me to advertise for the show. Stryker, show them what I'm going to do at bus stops. There you go.
I'd buy from you.
Thank you. And I'll tell you something. Here's what I can do. I can help you if you're in the market for a brand new dance. the same way every single day, and I'm going to change it up. Hey, so it's Happy New Year. Is that right, Andy? It is. Happy New Year to our Jewish friends. It's the beginning of Rosh Hashanah. Happy New Year. Hey, Stryker, do you own a house?
Recently, I do, yeah.
So you just bought a house?
Yeah, I did.
And do you like the real estate agent that you used?
Well, he watches TV. I love him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he watches. Can I sit on your bench? Or
yeah, go ahead. Sit on it.
Cool. I stand up all day. I might as well take a load off for you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, not in front of the picture.
Oh, well, no. I don't want to block your name.
Oh, okay, don't block. Yeah, that's right. That's good. Yeah. That's great. All right, so you bought a house from this real estate agent.
Yes.
Yeah, run your fingers through my hair. Great. That's back in the 80s when I had that long hair. Wow. All right, so the real estate agent, did you know him before? Or
I did know him before.
You did, and he found you this house, and you're happy with it?
Very happy with it.
So you like your realtor?
Yeah, he was I've known him since I was 8 years old, so I could trust him.
Wow.
But, yeah, so that's why I went with him.
So he's been working on you a long time to sell you a house. Hey, the other day we had that kid on. He was so adorable, the 5-year-old Kylie LaGrasso, the little golfer.
Right.
And I think it was 2 days ago he was on the show. And started playing golf when he was 2 years old, no experience. His family doesn't play, just was drawn to it, and is just a brilliant golfer. And then shortly after, he discovered that he had eye cancer and lost one of his eyes. And so since he was on, so many good things have happened, but I just want to rerun this clip because he's so adorable. This is him the other day. You have a girlfriend?
Yes.
That's great. And how old is she?
13.
He was invited to a kids' golf tournament in San Diego, and he's had thousands of hits on his website and sold a lot of the bracelets that he's selling to raise money for eye tumor research. So you can get his bracelet and find out how you can help. You go to our website. And I called him Kylie, but it's Kyle, right? All right. Hey, and also, look at this. Us Weekly, you know, they have that section in there of stars. They're just like us. So when we were in New York, I had someone follow me around and take pictures of me and say that we're just like them. And then now they're using it in this issue of Us Weekly. There's me. And so, because we talked about them on our show, and now we're in their magazine talking about them, and now their magazine is on our show talking about us, talking about them. Now all we need is a picture of Angelina Jolie reading this, and then we'll have stars that are just like us. They read about Ellen and Us Weekly on Ellen's show. My head hurts. We have a great show today. This is amazing. This story, we're so excited to have her here. This woman waited 22 years to go into space, and she just got back from spending 13 days orbiting the Earth, and she's going to tell us what that's like. Astronaut and teacher Barbara Morgan and the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour are going to be here. Embarrassing. They all wore the same thing. That is, what? Where'd you get it? And also on the show, the star of How I Met Your Mother, Neil Patrick Harris, is here. Very funny. It's a very serious picture, but he's very funny. And he's nominated for an Emmy for this Sunday. And also, he's an amazing magician. And so he's going to do a magic trick for us that I am apparently going to be part of the trick. I don't really know. All I know is backstage he started shoving a bunch of doves down my shirt. And I hope that's part of the trick. I don't know. Also on the show, one of music's biggest stars. She just won Video of the Year and Monster Single of the Year at the VMAs. Rihanna is here. She's gonna sing Shut Up and Drive from her new CD, Good Girl Gone Bad. This will be the name of my biography. All right, when we come back, astronaut Barbara Morgan and the Endeavour crew are gonna be right here. Don't go away. All right. Well, amazing stories happen everywhere in the universe. Take a look. In 1984, NASA began the Teacher in Space project to help inspire students and their teachers all over the country to learn more about spaceflight. After a nationwide search, Krista McAuliffe was chosen to be the first teacher in space as a crew member on board the Space Shuttle Challenger. A teacher named Barbara Morgan was chosen as her alternate and trained side by side with McAuliffe in preparation for the mission. On January 28, 1986, the nation watched in horror as minutes after takeoff, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded, killing all 7 crew members on board. Even in the face of such loss, Barbara Morgan still believed in the importance of the Teacher in Space program and worked tirelessly to keep that spirit alive. After 22 years, her dedication finally paid off. Barbara was asked to join the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour, and last month, she completed her first mission in outer space. Wow. After 13 days in space, please welcome the second teacher in space, Barbara Morgan, and the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. Incredible. I mean, just seeing that picture, what does it change your entire outlook on life when you see the planet from that kind of perspective?
Well, it actually doesn't change your outlook, because when you do that and you go into space and you hook up to the International Space Station and you meet Clay and Oleg and Fyodor, who are still up there right now as we're doing this program, you realize that it affirms that what we're doing in space exploration is definitely the right thing. It's right for our country, it's right for the world, and it's right for our kids.
And what does it feel like, that kind of, how fast is it going? The liftoff seems like, I mean, I've been on roller coasters, so I know what that power is. But, yeah, I was on the Hulk in Orlando. But anyway, what does that feel like when you're, I mean, how do you breathe?
Well, you know, when you're watching it as a spectator, it looks like the shuttle's kind of lifting off the pad slow. But you know, when you're inside, there's 7 million pounds of thrust behind you, and there's nothing slow about it. I mean, you really get the sense that you're going somewhere. You're going there in a hurry. You're really not sure where you're going, but you know you're not coming back to Florida. It's really an incredible amount of energy, and it seems like you feel every pound of it.
All right, so here's the important questions. How do you go to the bathroom?
Does anyone want to answer?
I'll take a shot at it.
All right.
Yeah, we have a toilet on board the Space Shuttle, and it works very much like the same toilets we have on Earth, except we don't get the gravity assist when we're up there, so they use suction and vacuum to make everything go the right direction.
So there's something that sucks it out of you.
It's not that strong.
Not quite.
Well, I mean, because I mean, if you're floating around up there, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I was
Tracy.
going to tell you that the most important part about going to the bathroom in space is to have a good seal.
A good seal.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the most important
Because
part.
y'all are in close proximity. There's not a lot. You don't have your own bedrooms or anything like that, right? No. All right. So how is that to be so close together? And are you bumping into each other, going, "Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me," just bumping into each other?
You kind of are. It's kind of
It works out pretty well.
Uh-huh.
You can eat in different positions relative to each other. You know, you can be upside down and looking at your partner who's eating and say, "Hey, how come you're upside down?"
Really? So you don't know you're upside down?
Well, you know, you always orient yourself with your head up, so what they're doing doesn't really matter.
Right. And you can eat. Can you eat upside down? Do you learn how to do all that
You can
stuff?
sleep upside down.
Yeah. How do you sleep? Or do you float around, or do you tether yourself to a post, or how do you sleep?
You do tether yourself. We have sleep restraints. They look like flimsy little sleeping bags, and you zip yourself up, and you hook yourself somewhere so that you don't bump into your commander and wake him up.
Uh-huh. So you do. You're all kind of like little cocoons, like little pods. Yeah, little pods.
Only we're not all hanging this way. Some are this way, some are this way, some are this way.
That is so strange. All right, and so I guess what happened, because I think right when we booked you on the show and we asked you to be here, if you could be here, there was some issue with the tile, and everybody was scared to death that there was the same kind of issue that happened before that was such a disaster. Were you aware of that? Were you aware that that was going on, and were you flipping out, or was it not that big a deal?
You know, we knew pretty soon after the launch that a piece of foam came off and hit the bottom of the vehicle and did some damage. We weren't sure exactly what the extent was, but we had our mission to focus on, so we really didn't even think about it. And then later, during the first week of the flight, the guys on the ground, great team, did a bunch of analysis and determined that it wasn't an issue.
Wasn't an issue.
Correct.
Bye-bye. Like that, it's fine.
It was going to be.
It's totally fine, yeah.
Yeah, despite, the press made a big deal of it, but the reality of it was really not much of a concern for us.
Well, it's great. So you're here and you land, and what happens when you all of a sudden, after spending 13 days with that kind of environment, is it hard? Are you sick? What happens when you're home?
Everything feels a lot heavier, it's surprising. You feel gravitationally challenged. Just lifting your arm up takes a lot more energy than it would normally and things. And paradoxically, when you're lying there asleep, for that first night that you're back on Earth, sometimes you can feel like you're floating up freely, just like you're in space.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that must be weird. And then I also heard that when you're in space that you grow an inch, is that right?
Yeah, in fact, that's true. I elongated about 1.5 inches when I was in space. I'm 6 feet on the ground, and I was 6'1.5" in space. And this is actually pretty good because the bones in your back separate a little bit, so if you have any pressure on your disc, it'll be a lot better in space.
I need to go to space, Mary. I gotta fix my back. We'll be right back. We're back with Barbara Morgan and the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. And all right, well, let's talk about the suit and how heavy this is when you first put it on. This is it right here. I'm scared that one of my riders is under here because that's what they usually do to me. Wow. This is what you wear?
This is what we wear when we go do spacewalks. So Dave and I put this suit on a few hours before we went outside to do our spacewalk. And I think it weighs about 350 pounds here on Earth, but of course, on orbit, it's weightless. But once we go outside with that, Tracy Caldwell was our IV, basically our conductor, and told us basically what to do while we were outside doing our spacewalk.
So this stuff here, is this the treble and this is the bass, or what happens? What is all this stuff right here?
Pretty simple. Temperature control knob, is that what you're pointing at right there?
So you're air conditioning the inside your suit or heating?
You wear a liquid cooling garment. You wear this underwear with these tubes running all through it, and you're plugged into the backpack, and it provides cold water throughout your whole body and keeps you cool, and also blowing air on you. Also, oxygen is a pure oxygen
Again, how do you go to the bathroom? Once you put this thing on, there's a lot of, how do you get that thing off?
Dave?
Is there another system going out? Is there some kind of gutter system that goes down the leg?
It's a simple system using diapers.
Diapers?
Yeah.
But they're called mags.
We have a fancy name for them.
All right. They
They
should be spending more money on that situation right there, if that's all they've come up with so far. All right, and here are the gloves can I put one on?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Make sure you don't put a hole in it, though.
I heard, who had the hole in the gloves when they,
That was me.
wow, so you're out there and all of a sudden you realize there's a hole in your gloves.
Yeah, the way it worked, I was out there and Tracy called for a glove check, and I looked at my right glove and I had a very small hole, and while we were talking about that, I looked at my left glove and I had quite a bit larger hole in my left glove. And so, of course, they brought me inside right away.
Because it's cold out there. How cold is it?
Oh, I don't know, it's about a minus 150, minus 200 degrees in the shade.
Wow.
And about a plus 150, plus 200 degrees in the sun.
Really? Oh, and then it also must be, the sun rise and set pretty quickly? Do you see the sun rise and set over and over again?
Yeah, every 40 minutes or so,
Every 40 minutes?
give or take.
Do you then just go, night, night, oh, wake up, night, night,
You better not.
sleepy? What? All right, I can't get my thumb in here, so I don't know how you're able to do anything because it's impossible. This is what you have to work with. You have to learn how to work with this. All right, well, we have to go. So But thank you so much for being here, and we all appreciate everything you're doing. This is so courageous, so brave of all of you to do this. Thank you so much. We'll be back with Neil Patrick Harris after this, and I'll do a magic trick. Please welcome Neil Patrick Harris.
Everybody.
Hi, Neil. You look fabulous. You
Well,
look
thank you very
fantastic.
much.
Very dapper, doesn't he? Look very dapper. Congratulations on the Emmy nomination.
Thank you very
and,
much.
What are you wearing? Have you picked it out already?
Well, no.
You can wear that. You look really nice.
I might just wear a black suit. I don't know. Last year I went and I presented. By the way, congratulations to you, nominated as well, hosting the Oscars. Hello. Hello.
Thank you.
Come on.
But to you.
So I wore like a nice suit, straight tie instead of a bow because they angle.
Yeah.
And it was so warm that my white shirt, I started sweating and it was slowly creeping. The sweat was slowly creeping towards the front, right?
How could it do it that direction?
Because, you know, we're just sweat in general. It was
And it goes
starting
sideways.
to mottle.
Uh-huh.
And all I could think about while I was doing the interviews was all those still photos that they take. And they zoom in on perspiration here.
Yeah.
So I was slowly closing, slowly by the end. I had to run inside.
You look
So
like
I
you
think
were
I might wear
freezing.
a black on black on black. So I avoid that.
And that doesn't show anything?
No, but it seems like a human sauna.
Yeah.
So it might not be the best
It's
idea.
so hot. You're out on that carpet. It's so hot taking those pictures out there.
It is. It's
Yeah.
going to be fun. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to
And
it.
who are you going with? Who are you taking?
I'm taking my boyfriend, David.
That's
So-
great. This is the first time that you can actually. Did you go together before and he'd walk in separately, or how did you do that before?
I don't know. Yeah, we walked.
You all right?
We arrived together, and he went ahead, and I did the photos. I mean, it wasn't this sneaky thing
Yeah.
that we were trying to play, but
But
he's
now
an
you-
actor in his own right. And
Right.
well, I was just I like to be there for work and not really as sort of a political kind of guy.
Right.
And but now we can smile together, so it'll be
That's
fun.
great.
Yeah,
I think
thanks.
that's great. So,
How did you do
And
that?
I
Was that
don't-
weird for you? Was
and
that hard?
I don't look at it as a political thing because I also didn't hide it as well, but I would go and my girlfriend would go in separately and then I would be, taking pictures alone. But I look at it as whoever you go with your spouse, you go with your husband or
Yeah.
your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. So for me, I'm just happy that I get to walk down, with Portia and take pictures and not look at it as anything to be ashamed of and
Absolutely.
walk in. And it's still about work, but I'm taking someone that
Your date.
I'm with, yeah.
Nice.
So, Ed, how's the show going?
The show's going really well. I just moved into a house and I have a realtor whose name I think you'll like. Monty Iceman.
Oh, that's good. Does he
Not
have a
only,
picture?
Not only a realtor, a superhero.
Does he look like a superhero?
He does. He wears a helmet and he shoots cold water
Yeah.
out of his hands.
Well, then he is.
He does.
Like that, though.
Exactly.
Not,
Like
okay.
Spider-Man,
Yes.
which is weird.
And
The show's going well. We start up in, we're on our 4th or 5th episode now, and it's our 3rd season, and we're just really trying to get people to watch it.
and what's happening? What's
Barney is as insane a cad as ever. I think there might be a flashback where you see him lose his virginity, which you found out last season. You'd think it would have been, 3 chicks in a hot tub or something when he was 12. It was his mother's 47-year-old friend Rhonda who reeked of menthol cigarettes. So I think we might relive that on the show
That's
in
great.
actuality.
Great.
Yeah, that's
So you'll be shooting that soon.
ratings bonanza, that show.
It is.
Gonna watch that.
All right. So we're going to do a magic trick.
Oh, boy.
It's, what do you mean, oh, boy? Do you know what you're doing?
I'm a little nervous.
God, great. All right. I hope it's not a big thing. 'cause
I've never
last
done it
time
before.
But it's not a big thing. Is it a card trick like before?
It's a little different than a card trick.
And I'm part of it.
Maybe if you want to be.
Well, I don't want to be if you don't know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
All right. That doesn't feel good. All right, we'll be back, and Neil's going to do a magic trick. We'll be back.
Okay, watch this. Dig this. This is some David Blaine action. Ready? Ow. 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 I'm burning your couch.
What are you doing? looked up Monty Iceman while you were talking
Stop it.
during commercial, and we have a picture. He has a picture too. Look at Monty Iceman.
Monty, what you don't realize underneath that jacket, a superhero costume.
Yes, there's water cooling him down right there from his wrist. All right, so we're going to do whatever that is.
Last time I was here, I did a card trick, as you saw, and yesterday you had Hans Kloch and Pamela Anderson on the show, and
That was an amazing trick he did, right?
spikes and the whole thing, and
Right.
so I thought I should match that in some way. So I went, called my friend Bill Smith, who brought a prop over. I've never seen it, so let's go take a look at it.
No, you
Come on.
can't be serious.
I'll be Hans. Oh, dramatic magic music.
You have a fan?
Hey, but wait a second. If I'm gonna be Hans, you gotta be Pam. If I'm gonna be Hans, you gotta be Pam,
All
right?
right, but
So I knew. Okay, so here's what we'll do.
you didn't have to match everything he did. There was no need to match. Oh,
Spikes, big ones. Check them out. They're real. Ain't nothing fake about that, right? So I'm Hans.
so you lay
and you're
on this?
Pam. I lay on this. I'm the magician. No, you lay on this. Here, sit here. Sit here on this side, but Pam style. Pamela
Am I
Anderson.
facing this way or this way?
This way. Sit here and put your head on this side here. Nice. Right, but Pam style. Yeah, that's it. Lovely. Lovely. And lay all the way back with your head here. Flip over. Nice. Wonderful. Lay on your back, just like that. Scoot down a tiny
Wait, my mic pack hurts already. I'm scared of the
Scoot
spikes.
down a tiny little bit. Right there. Perfect. I'm gonna cover you with this. Keep your hands together. There you go. Nice. How you feeling?
Well, how do you know my torso would fit?
I just guessed. Okay, Ed. She actually is doing this. I can't believe it. We'll lock you in just to be safe. Hi. Okay.
Ow!
You nervous?
Yes, I'm nervous.
All right. So now what I'm gonna do is pull this thing. Hopefully the spikes, I think, will go through. Was I supposed to push a button or something? No, I don't. Do you feel this? Can you feel that?
Yes, yes! Of course I feel it.
You can feel that?
I have a bad back. Ow! What are you doing?
All right, let's just try it. 1, 2, 3.
Hey!
Shabam!
What happened?
Wait, unhook her. Unhook her.
Get me out of here.
Boom, yeah! Now do the big pose. That's it.
That's great. Oh, be sure to catch the season premiere of How I Met Your Mother Monday, September 24th on CBS. And good luck Sunday.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you there.
Thank you. To
All
you
right,
too.
goodbye. Rihanna's going to perform after this. So go away. Welcome back. Sitting here talking to the incredibly successful Rihanna, and I said to her after the song, I feel responsible because we had you on first before, we saw it, and we said everyone is going to love her, and we knew it before anybody.
Oh,
so
thank you
I
so
think
much,
we're
Ellen.
responsible.
Thank you.
I mean, this is huge. This umbrella is. Did you know that was going to be such a huge hit?
Well, the first time I heard Umbrella, I just knew how much I loved the song. I thought it had one of the most original sounds of any song that I've ever heard this far. And I just, especially the ones that I'm recording, and I was like, I have to have this one. I have to have it.
But everybody wanted it, right?
I wanted to, well, I didn't know that at the time. At the time, they were like, okay, you can have this song, whatever. And I was like, I have to have it. And that's when we started finding out, okay, well, hold on a second, because this person is listening, that person's listening. And eventually, I just went up to one of the managers, and I was like, I have to have this song. This song is mine. And I basically was like, I'm going to fight you if I don't have this song.
Well, yeah, and you did it good. You did it. You did the
Thank
song
you.
good. And quickly before we go, this is very impressive also. So your legs are now insured for $1 million.
Yes.
And who insured them for $1 million?
Well, Venus Breeze, they named me this year Celebrity Legs of a Goddess.
Uh-huh.
And along with that came my legs being insured for $1 million, which is very weird.
And yes, and then how long after that did you break your toes?
Well,
Not too long after. And then did you think to yourself, oh, how much did I just damage? What, like, I mean, you have $1 million legs and you just broke 2 toes.
You know, at that moment, I completely forgot about that. All I was thinking is about my toe is sitting to the right. I know.
And you're standing there performing in heels, and that's painful, so we all appreciate that. You sound
thank
great.
you.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you
all the
so
success.
much. Thank you.
Yeah. Couldn't happen to a nicer girl.
Thank you.
Good. I want to thank Neil Patrick Harris, Rihanna, Barbara Morgan, and the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. Tomorrow, Kanye West is going to be here. He's going to have some things to say. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.